get started. Please know that we are recording this session and also have live streaming in Facebook. So if you don't really feel like, it's okay if you want to turn off your camera. Okay, so firstly, a very warm welcome to everyone who joins our first Huawei Student Developers Program in Finland. We are incredibly excited and delighted to kick off our Huawei Student Developers Program in Finland and hosting this afternoon. And my name is Xiaoling, and I will be hosting this event. So Huawei Student Developer Program is for students, undergraduate and postgraduate students with an interest to grow as developers. And Huawei HISD programs offer students an dynamic peer-to-peer learning environment with enriching courses and activities. So you can enrich your scope of knowledge in the field. And today we have many exciting things to share with you. And our topic today is how human-computer interface influences your life. And we will be covering two topics, and we have two speakers. The first speaker is Gila Kamshilova, and she is Huawei developer advocate, lead of developer technical support team in Nordic, and she will be discussing what do you know about mobile application development and have ever heard about any mobile services. Our second speaker is An Wall, technical support engineer of Huawei, mobile and web development expert, and he will be discussing current senior design problems and 5 tips in design to make older people love your products. So now, Kila, the floor is yours. You can start your presentation and share your screen.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, okay, I would like to share my screen now. Soundly, yeah. Okay, can you see my screen?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, good. Just a moment. Okay, I will open. Can you see me also? No, probably not. Okay, I have opened my camera. So, my name is Kira Kamshilova, and I am a Huawei developer advocate, and at the same time, I'm a lead of Huawei developer technical support team, and I'm responsible for the Nordic region. So we support developers in 4 countries: Finland, Sweden, Norway, and Denmark. First of all, what I'm doing as a Huawei developer advocate, I help developers to use our Huawei mobile services. And these are our main mission. What do you know about Huawei mobile services? And I would like to answer first question, if it is something different and new, or maybe there are other mobile services exist in the market. I can say that I would compare mobile services ecosystems with iceberg. There are 2 parts. One is visible for the all end users, and the other part is invisible for the end users, but very important for the mobile developers. So I would say that key vendors on the market are Google, Amazon, Samsung, Apple, and Huawei, and all of them, they have their own application stores. Google Play Store, Amazon App Store, Samsung has a Galaxy Store, Apple App Store, and Huawei has Huawei App Gallery. So these application stores, they are channels to distribute applications, mobile applications and games. And you as an end user, you can open this application store, search for the application or game you need, install it and start using it. And you don't care about the implementation. And I would say that these application stores, they are just, I would say, visible part of this iceberg. But under the water, there is a set of the SDKs, software development kits, and services, which help developers to simplify development process and to focus on the logic implementation and don't care about the basic stuff. For example, how to display map in the application, how to do payments in the application, and there is a huge amount of services. I just put some services from Huawei mobile services ecosystems and Google Play services. For example, HMS PushKit, Firebase Cloud Messaging, HMS Map, Google Maps, Firebase Analytics, Huawei Analytics, and so on. There is a huge amount of them. So now, okay, let's talk about mobile development and how to start, because I would like to show you how these mobile services are involved into the process, into the mobile development process, and how you can use them. Yeah, let's imagine first that you have some great idea about game development and you want to this is so how you will start this. What do you think? What is your first step? I'm so you can answer my question. You can unmute your microphones and answer. Okay, I'm online. Am I online? Okay, let's go. So first of all, I think that the most important step, the first step you need to do, you need to build your team. A team of the people who are capable to do this. Team people who have the same ambitions and same goals. And you definitely will need some project manager who will coordinate all activities. You also will need a graphic designer, software developer, and of course, quality assurance engineer, because you need to think about the quality of the application you are going to deliver. So think about the team. I would say not start with the development immediately, but it's not possible to build any good application being alone. So the second step is to do some preliminary analysis. So you need to answer many questions, and I just listed some of them in this slide. So think about this. You need to understand if people really need your application and your game. Maybe there are similar applications which are already available in application stores. Which of them are the best? Which and why they are the best? You also need to understand who is your target audience and where you are going to distribute your application, because it's so different if, for example, you are going to distribute your application only in Finland or in USA and Canada, because uh, smartphone market share is completely different in these countries. Or maybe you're going to distribute globally. So based on this, you will make later decision about what kind of development frameworks you will use for development. And also it's very important how you are going to monetize your application. For the mobile developers, there are, and for the games developers, there are two basic options. The first one, you can monetize through showing apps, displaying ads, advertisements in your game, or you can monetize through in-app purchases. It's up to you, but you need to think about this in advance. Next step, it's not development, but this is a prototype and graphic design. So why I'm talking about this part here? Because you need to come up with the use cases, how people will use the application and your mobile and your game. And you need to understand how to make graphic design attractive, how to make your game different. Because I have a reason why I'm talking about this. Uh, Huawei organizes Huawei Apps Up event, and this year I was a judge of this event, and I I checked applications submitted for this contest in Europe. So this is a contest for Android developers, and this contest is organized by Huawei, and we have great prizes for developers, and we have cash prizes, and also we have different categories, and one of them is Excellent Student Award. So I recommend you to consider this. Maybe next year you will be one of the winners. For example, last year the winner was a game developer, Unity developer from Helsinki, and he just graduated from university. So it's a great chance for you to challenge yourself. And coming back to the prototype and design, I can tell you that I checked many applications, which all applications which submitted for this challenge, and it was so pity when the idea of the application was great, but graphic design was very poor, and sometimes it was user experience was too simple or too complicated. So please take it into account when you start mobile development. Finally, we go to the software development phase. And here again, you have a lot of choices. Kind of software, what kind of framework you will use for development, and what kind of programming language you will use. If you are going, for example, to distribute your application only uh, in for Android devices, you can consider Kotlin or Java. If you would like to distribute globally and through different platforms, it means that you should use some cross-platform frameworks. There are some of them: React Native, Flutter, Xamarin. Maybe you are going to use some games engines, for example, Unity or Cocos 2D. So think about this and you make a decision. And this choice should be done based on the preliminary analysis when you investigated the market. And mm, b- because you need to understand if it will be iOS market or Android market. And at this stage also, it's very important to make a decision about mobile services you are going to use. Uh, what I did, I would say that all mobile services can be grouped into two groups, divided into two groups. I grouped them like the first group is feature development. It means that with this is the case, these services, you can develop your yeah, you can implement features which will be available and visible and important for the end users. For example, you are going to display map, or you are going to you need to uh, get location of the user, for example, or you need to do some in-app purchases. So with this as the case, you can do this. And this is important for the application logic implementation. The second group is business development. And Huawei classifies this SDKs into six groups: release, growing, build, quality, earn, and analytics. I was thinking about which one is the most important. And I can't say that you should use, for example, quality always or release is the most important. It depends. It depends on your needs. And what I see that the almost all developers all over the world they are using analytics. And with analytics, you can get information about how your application works, in how many downloads you have, how many active users you have, how many people subscribed, how many unsubscribed. And this basic information is available for all applications. But if you would like to get a deeper, more information, more detailed information, you need to do deep integration with analytics. And through this one, through analytics, you can solve many problems related to your project. For example, let's see that you finally developed your application, you released it, and you see that that in average, people are using your game for something like 7 days. After that, they just uninstalled. Why? In this case, you can integrate analytics and report as many events from the application as you want. And probably you will see that, okay, it looks like users can reach level 7 and they can't pass it. What's the reason? The reason can be that there is some bug at this level and they just can't pass this level. The second level can be that uh, they run out of time, or maybe it's too complicated to pass it. Yeah, it's just not possible. So you can solve issue this, and uh, users will be able to play your game longer. So I would say that analytics is one of the essential tools for the almost all developers. The other service I wanted to talk about is A/B testing. Uh, why I'm talking about this? Because it's a great idea and a great opportunity for the games developer, for the application mobile developers to find the best solution. For example, there are two options for the game regarding the design. For example, option A is to use a green background in your game, and option B is to use a blue background. Which one is better? So you can't make it this decision because maybe it's too subjective. Yeah, but you can start the experiment A/B testing. You can specify two groups of testers, and after that, you will collect statistics, analytic data, and probably you will figure out that, okay, it looks like users from the group A who used the version with the green background, they played something like maybe 20 minutes longer this game every day. So, and you can make decision based on this because you will have a representative statistics, and which and it's more effective and more reliable. Next step is finally testing. Testing in general is a very interesting topic, and I don't want to go deep into to this topic because there are so many different types of testing. If this topic is interesting to you, so you can um, let me know, and maybe we will have another session about testing only, testing, for example. But now I would like to talk about the compatibility testing. Compatibility testing, this is a type of the testing when you need to uh, check how your application works with using different mobile devices. It means that, for example, if we are talking about Android devices, it means you probably know that there are many vendors who produce Android devices. For example, there is a OnePlus, Samsung, Huawei, Xiaomi, and some other. It's not. It's just impossible to have all these devices at home or in the office to do this kind of test. And also, there are new devices coming in the market. So, what you can do in this case, you can use mobile uh, services. For example, Google has Firebase Test Lab. Samsung has Samsung Remote Test Lab, and Huawei has Huawei Cloud Debugging and Cloud Testing Services. How it works? So there are physical devices, not simulators, physical devices in the test labs, and you can get access to these devices remotely. You can upload your APK and just start using this application, these mobile devices as a normal device and collect all logs and so on. And I would say that Samsung and Huawei, they provide similar service. But Huawei Cloud Debugging Service is completely free of charge. So, and there are a lot of there are different models of our devices. Firebase Test Lab is something different. It's very interesting service. So it's more focused on the test automation, and it is not free of charge. But I can say that set of the services and test they offer is amazing. Think about this if you will start development. Finally, testing is done. Build and release. And even at this stage, mobile services can be used. How? L- let's imagine that you're going to release a new version of your application every 2 weeks, and you are going to release new version of your application in different application stores, in Google Play Store, in Apple App Store, in Samsung Galaxy Store, and in Huawei App Gallery. If you will do this manually, it's really time consuming task. So in this case, I recommend you to use mobile services. For example, Huawei has Connect API, Google has Google Play Developer API, and you can automate the process to build a new build of the APK and to release it automatically in application store. Uh, what I can say at this point, I can say that mobile services exist to simplify uh, development, of course, and also to distribute your application through different application stores. And nowadays, mobile services supports not only developers for smartphone devices, yeah, but also for the wearable devices and also for the some home electronics. And it's so interesting where we will be with mobile services in 2-3 years. So let's see. I think it will be very interesting and exciting. So thank you very much. If you have any questions, you can ask your questions. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you.
Thank you, Kira.
Thank you.
Thank you, Kila. That's
Thank you.
really interesting and informative talk. And if you have questions for Kila, maybe you can wait for the Q&A session that will come after. And thank you, Kila. And now we can move on to the second talk. So Anne, now it's your time.
Hello, everyone. Now I'm gonna share my screen and check. Is it probably this one? Do you guys see my screen?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Yeah. So good afternoon, everyone. So my name is Anvo, working as the developer technical support engineering in Finland. So I'm basically working in Finland more than 1.5 years and live in Finland more than 5 years. And now the topic today is the user interface in aging era. So my presentation would be have 3 main parts. The first one, I'm gonna give the introduction. This could be the background of the other people in the world as well in Finland, and then we move on to the next session about the senior design problem. But knowing senior is the beginning of own wisdom, and then finally, you're gonna get to know the 5 tips of the design to make all the people love the product. And now we begin with the introduction. So what is the senior user base? So the senior user base, which indicate at 65 or older, and this kind of target is often ignored during the design of new technology or apps. And many human functions, such as hearing, sight, motor skill, decline rapidly after this age, and causing difficulties when interacting with small devices. And in this presentation, I will propose some recommendation for design interface with the older in mind. Here, so where's the problem? So in many wealthy countries, people older the age of 65 are fastest growing demographic, and they have become the big consumer of modern digital products. In US, around 19% of people will be over the age of 65 by 2030. And this is the last portion of the population that could be left out if the interface designer and new devices do not acknowledge the need of the elderly. How about Finland? As you can see from the charts, this is the chart of the Finland population projection from 2000 and from 2020 to 2060, and it is projected that if the proportion of older people are gonna be third, 1/3 of the population in 2060, and that's the huge number. So imagine each, so every 3 people, there's one person over 25 years old, and this information I got from the statistics in Finland. So this is the big problem. So now we move on to the senior design problem. So hey, this is some kind of like how can I say, the personnel of the some older people called Miss Rojen, and her age is 75 years old. Her has 2 children and 6 grandchildren, and right now she in Thai at Los Angeles. And her personality is patient, independent, and society leader. And her hobbies would be about baking, playing card game, piano, and writing her journal. Right now, her need is to video chat with her children in San Luis and watch Rachel Ray cooking video. Invite her neighborhood to bake, and sometimes take blood thinner 3 times a day. And her goal is to put a picture on Facebook, start a baking blog, text her neighbor, and set medication reminder. But this with these needs right now, our model design does not fulfill the need of this person. So here I'm gonna propose 5 steps to make older people love your products. The first one is easy. Make everything easy to read. So probably the most obvious of all, because our vision was by age. At the age of 20, I already had I really had to call myself as a full-time classes user. I got that 2 classes here, and the elderly might be recognized written font, but for them, this is no different. And the sans serif font choice on the screen is regarded as the most readable for the older people. So remember, when you choose your font when designing your product, please choose sans serif because this is one of the most readable for the older people. How about the font size? The font size choices on phone should be no smaller than 12 pt, and then 24 pt when it comes to the computer screen, and minimum to 36 pt on the tablet screen. and this is the minimum size. So please remember to this number. So also when designing, you also need to notice about the clickable link. So clickable link should be underlined like here. So we have the text is highlighted by underline section. So by doing this, the other people find easier to click to go to the link to do and be direct to different page. And the second point is manually adjust the interface sizes. If possible, please give the option to manually just adjust the interface size, especially the text. You will be surprised how many older people will find this feature useful if not necessary. For example, in this page, I have the screenshot of the Huawei Mate 30 Pro, and in this phone they have the feature to adjust the text and display size by clicking this section. And then on the right hand side, you can adjust the text size by scrolling up a bit, and then change the display size whenever you need it. Next, please pay attention to enough contrast and color. And this section is built based on the elder vision. They are intended to need more than average mobile device user. They need really clear differentiation between the warm and the cool color. The warm color is here, and then the cool color is down here. So, for example, if I pick the red color here, so it is recommended to pick another contrast color in the opposite side. In this case, I'm going to choose the cool color with this green color. So by choosing the opposite color, we're gonna have the better contrast. How about the contrast? Contrast is another aspect I would like to mention. It describes the difference between the text color and its background. The higher ratio is, the better we could see the text. And it's recommended to keep this ratio more than 7. For example, in here I have the tool to know what is the ratio in here. In this one, you can see the foreground color will be the blue color, and background color is the white color, and the contrast ratio is 8.59. It's more than 7 ratio, so it's enough to be the good contrast. And if I would like to find out more, I have the source in here, so you can find out the tool at the end of this presentation. Thirdly, please use clear description and interaction. Icon and buttons should be placed with a maximum spacing of 44 pixels to allow for touching intent buttons, and please not place these buttons at the corner to avoid accidental action. And for the size of the icon, it is recommended that you should have at least 44 pixels for the size of icons, and it's gonna be bigger if the age of older people more than 70 years old. We come to the point number 4. So please pick the right words. So sign or sign up. Certain words might be obvious for one, but unfamiliar to another. Similar to the icon, not all the words that younger generation know might be understood by inexperienced user. Users are confused by difficult words and may get stuck just by just simply replacing the common use sign up to something more descriptive as create an account can make things clearer for the older user. Last but not least, please do user testing and don't rely on assumption. User interface design cannot be done without a contact with the potential end user, and own design choices should be tested, including vocabulary, icon choices, and another aspects. You need to plan how to go. You need to plan how you are going to test, and are you testing your prototype with the real user? Are there any technical constraints with how you are going to test? You need to answer those questions before for testing. And sometimes the test plan might confirm that your insights from the prototyping works, but this could be based on the fidelity of your prototype. Or the user might refer to see the end of result of your working prototype. And in this way, you can validate whether buttons they're tapping and the action they're taking had the expected result. And the only way forward is test early and test often. And thank for your listening. Yep. And here's the reference that I use in this presentation, including the statistics in Finland and contrast checker. Yeah. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, and that's really interesting, also quite intelligible and relevant to all of us. And now we can head towards Q&A session. Before we start Q&A, Gila has some information to share with all of us about some computer science context. So Gila, you can share your PowerPoint. Is Gila there?
Yes, I'm here. Please hold on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Please hold on. I will share notes. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Share my screen, please. Yes, what I would like to talk about. So in November, from 19 to 21 of November, there will be a junction. This is a contest for the developers. I would say not contest, maybe that the right word is hackathon. What do you know about hackathon? Please answer my, so do you know what is hackathon, and if anybody attended hackathon before? Okay, I will answer my, so nobody, it looks like you don't know. Yeah, the hackathon is the event which lasts for 3 days, from Friday to Sunday, over weekend. And usually people who attend this event, so they attend as a teams. So maximum is 5 team members in the team. So, and within 48 hours, you should develop some application. And after that, and so there are many people who are going to attend this. And last year, there were more than 2,000 partners from 88 nationalities and from different countries, from Finland, Sweden, Denmark, Norway, Yes, and this year, so this event will be not an online event like last year, but it will be a physical, I would say hybrid model. And it in all the university, um, there will be a physical event, so you can join this event. So there are many. I would like to show you who is. So there are different partners, uh, and Huawei. I hope so that so we will be there, one of the partners there. Yeah, and for example, I would like to show, yeah, who I already announced the challenge. Let me show you what is the junction. So this year there will be challenges. Yes. Can I participate in multiple challenges? And every company who is the partner, who is and who provides the challenge, so they give their prizes, their own prizes, and also we will have two prizes for two different teams. One set of prizes for the team who will develop application, and another one who will to the team for the best game, best app, and best game. So I recommend you to challenge yourself. Who will be there? As I know, there will be Marimekko, there will be a Halvar. This is what I remember. I can share this link with you right now, and you can find information. Unfortunately, so information about us is not published yet, but I hope that by the middle of the next week, it will be announced officially. Okay? So do you have any questions about hackathon, and do you think it is relevant to you? Hello. Yeah,
Hello.
please.
Wondering, where is it hosted?
Okay. Could you please repeat again your question? Sorry.
You said it's a physical meeting.
Yeah, it will be. So you can attend this challenge online. Yeah, but also you can attend this physical on site. So in Alta Yliopisto, yes, it will be. Alta Yliopisto will be a host. Yeah, a hub, I would say.
So,
Yeah, so the only thing I can share with you right now is that we will have two challenges, one for the mobile development and another one for the mobile game development. So, and also there will be one secret prize addition to that. So we don't want to announce it before the event. Yeah, that's it. So you can find information about this junction in this website.
okay, cool.
Mhm.
Okay, thank you, Kila. And now we can go back to our Q&A session. So if you have any questions, you're welcome to write them down below in the chat or just raise your hand and speak aloud. Yeah, if you have any question.
I have two questions. Can I ask?
Yeah, sure, please.
Two questions for Kira here. Thank you for your talk. It was very interesting so that I know the flow of development. But I do have a question about the profit split between the developer and Huawei. So so as I understand, Apple has a 30% kind of share for themselves when the developer gains any profit, and now they have a new program that's like 15% of share for small enterprises and individual developers. I'm wondering if Huawei has something like that and how the split goes.
I'm
Or
checking.
in-app purchases.
Yeah. Yes, I got your question. So I'm checking the business model. Okay. About what kind? Yeah. Application. I don't
But
want.
I guess I can get online. But since you're here already,
Okay. Please hold on. So I will.
Yeah.
Okay. Can I share my screen? Yes. Okay.
Sure.
Okay, good.
Yeah, you can share.
Yes, okay. Okay, just I would like to minimize it. Yes, change. Okay, this is our Huawei developer website. Yes. Okay, I can start from the beginning. Yes, and I can guide you through this. So after that, you can be able to find it by yourself. Okay. This is our developer Huawei.com. And here we have this tab products. And here we have HMS core. And this is in-app purchases section. So you go to this view documents. Could you please check the profit, the business model at the same time? Because I don't remember by heart. So what is 80% to developer and 20% to Huawei? I don't remember. So maybe you will find it faster.
Oh, that's a pretty good ratio. I mean, if
Okay,
that's
yeah,
the ratio.
yeah, let me check.
Yeah, so I'm checking, but I would like to, yeah, to be 100% sure that I'm sharing with this kind of the right information with you. Frequently released.
Okay.
Yeah, so we have I remember, so we have uh, uh, document agreement, a merchant agreement, and as I remember, this information was there. Temo. Okay, sorry. What I can do, I can share the link, right link, so with you later.
Yeah, I
afterwards.
think
Is it
information's there. I
better?
can, you know, yeah.
Good. And I will guide you. So I will provide so these documents where we list all this kind of yeah, information. Okay. Can you
Yeah,
leave your
thank you.
email? Could you please leave your email in the chat, and we will handle it after that. Okay.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Okay. Good. Yeah. Thank you.
I'm typing as we speak.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks.
Okay, thank you. And we have another question in the chat. So somebody asked one question related to the presentations. In practice, how to execute senior user experience research? I think it's a question for Anne. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hello.
Hello.
Okay, so I got a question in practice, how to execute senior user experience research. So this is a really interesting question. So basically in the school, so we have two ways. So the first way is we're gonna follow the path that we in the university, so kind of like doing the thesis. So we gather information about the senior experience research by doing a survey. We have a lot of kind of like tools to gather the survey and get that data. And the second one in right now nowadays we're using in many university is how we call let me think survey design. Yeah, I think right now for you survey design. I don't know if you have heard this word before. So survey design is some sort of program method. So they have 6 to 7 steps to design the new service. It's not only for the senior user experience, but it can be carried out for another purpose. Yeah. Sanitary, do you feel satisfied with this answer?
So Sandra, I hope this answers your question. Yeah. Okay, so thank you very much. So does anybody else have any question? Okay, maybe then we just continue with this.
We have more questions.
Sure, please.
Someone asked, hi Kira, will the local apps such an apps to buy bus tickets to available in Huawei app gallery?
Excuse me, could you please repeat again? So
You can see it in the chat. Will the local apps such as apps to buy bus tickets to available in Huawei app gallery?
of course, HSL is there. Yes. If we are talking about HSL, yes. And also, I can say that in Huawei App Gallery, there are already a lot of key applications from overseas countries. For example, if we are talking about Finnish partners, Angry Birds is already there. Yes, I understand that it's not a local application, but still. Also, there are taxi applications, for example, Taxi 02. Yes, and also Elisa Kirja is there. Jan, do you remember? Are there? So I'm checking also at the moment. So who else? If you Newse, if you're familiar with okay, do you know Newse application? Newse, this is a transport application for the Tampere, and it's also there. So we are working with the partners, and so they are updating their applications for Huawei App Gallery using our Huawei mobile services. Did I answer your question? Okay, good. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Any more questions? If not, then we just go to the next part. Okay.
Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. And after listening to these speeches, do you want to be one of us? And then you now have the chance to join us. So if you are interested in developers, future development, new technologies, and if you are looking forward to life, then you have chance to become a Huawei developer now. So do not hesitate. You can scan the QR code that you can see on the screen, or log in to the website and register there. And you can see link also on the screen. This link will also be placed in the chat, so you can follow the link through the chat. And after you register, you will get an access to free online course and other resources from Huawei. So if you are interested, please scan QR code or go through the link. And please raise your hands after you complete this registration.
We'll wait for a few seconds here.
Yes, we could wait. And it will not take much time. It's just a few minutes.
Okay. Can we move on now?
Yeah, we can see hands here now. That's great. And the link to the survey is also in the chat. Okay, did everyone answer the survey already? Yeah, I think silence means yes, so we can move forward.
Right, time flies. Now we come to the end of today's session, and many thanks to every one of you who now joins our this first event. And I think that's been a wonderful afternoon, and I have learned a lot at least. Thank you, everyone. And just be sure to keep tuned. You can join our Facebook group by searching HISDUH or HISDU Vascular. Our information will be updated there later, and we will organize other tech talks and other events with interesting topics and contents. And be sure to register your HISD HISD member. Okay, so thank you everyone again from all of us at Huawei, and have a nice weekend. Hope to see all of you again soon. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you for hosting.
Thank you, everyone.
Thanks.
See you next time.
Thank you. Yeah. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
You.
Have a nice
Thank you
weekend.
very much.
Bye
Thank
bye.
you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Have a nice weekend.
Thank you.